Have either of you guys played Quantum Break at all?
Yes.
You played a little bit with me.
Yeah, that's all I
We played some Act 2. That's it? You haven't played any?
I haven't played any. I'm very excited, though.
So something you'll be very surprised to learn is that the TV show parts of that game are not only not trash, but are really good.
Really?
Yeah, how much can you guys talk about?
So I
it?
didn't see any of
She
that.
didn't see it, but the first episode. But you did get to see some of the aftermath of it.
Yes.
So the first episode focuses on a lot of the enemy corporation, Monarch, their people. And some of them maybe not being totally committed to Monarch and having a changed perspective. And the cool thing is, like, in the first episode, a bunch of stuff happens, and it's actually, like, it looks cool, and it abides by a lot of the visual and thematic stuff going on in the game that you're doing. But it's about people that are not superpowered. It's about people that are just people affected by whatever else is going on.
But are they interesting people?
Yes, at least to start. I wonder if they will
So
develop
like video
further.
game characters are very rarely interesting.
Yeah, and it's funny because they take these characters who at the very beginning are like throwaway side characters. It's like, oh, here's the muscle. Here's the bad guy's muscle.
Is he hot?
He's super hot.
Sweet.
Very hot.
Wait, which muscle?
Which of his
like a muscle
muscles
man.
is hot?
Like
Says
these
clown
muscles.
The muscle as in the muscle.
As
not
in,
like we're
a
looking at
thug.
his muscles.
No.
His
As in,
quadricep.
He is the thug, the guy who will wreck you if you kind of get in the way.
Yeah, I don't want to fight that man.
But do I got to write that down?
What?
You say an F word?
I said I don't want to fight that man.
All right. I thought I
Oh.
heard an F word. Close one, y'all.
No, I'm not swearing. I'm not doing any cusses.
You know, he starts out as like a shallow, tough guy, but they really develop him as a person and somebody with a family and things to care about and motivations for doing what he does. And the people around him are the same way, where it's like, oh, here's the boring hacker archetype who, oh, he's kind of interesting for a lot of different reasons.
So all I saw when we played Quantum Break was a little bit of the aftermath of that, but I guess I tried not to pay too much attention. So I should mention, if anyone wants to watch it, there's 2 Let's Plays.
2. We did the first like 12, 15 minutes of Act 2, which is what you see immediately after the live action show ends. And it's cool because in the live action show, you see there's this moment between 2 characters who are pointing guns at each other, and they blink and they look down at their hands and their guns are missing
Yeah.
because the main character has, through a time stoppage, taken their weapons and left. And then in the game, you get to see how that happens.
Yeah, so that's what I started seeing, and then there's another one where I tried the combat. So I think those are both up on IGN right now. But mostly what I was fascinated by was watching the combat, and I think the Quantum Break combat is so much cooler than I thought it would be, and it's also a very pretty looking game. So it's like, it looks like prototype Infamous style, but everything is based around time. So one of them is a shield. I don't know how a time shield works, but it sucks bullets. Another
Whatever,
one
you
is
just
like
pop a little bubble around you and it absorbs damage.
I
and
imagine
gives you health
the
back.
second something hits the shield, it stops moving, or it slows down. Thus, bullets not
I
hurting
think it's that it stops moving, but maybe only on the outside of the shield or something. But it's like the fact that they don't.
It
end up
pushes
just
guys
coming
away
through
too. Like
anyway.
nothing gets in.
Yeah. I don't know what the others are. There's one
So
that
there's
you
that-
like throw like a bomb kind of thing.
Yeah, you can like you press the right bumper and you'll throw like an area of effect bubble that if guys are caught in it, you can then shoot bullets into, and it'll deal extra damage when it explodes and it stacks the bullets and does a ton of
like
damage
dirty
at once.
bullets. Yeah.
Yeah, or you can at a certain point you unlock a modified version of that where you charge it up and it's like a giant, bigger AOE thing that just instantly kills everybody in it.
It's like a cool dash. Like it's really fun. I hate
very-
using that word, but it's just very fun.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
fast?
yes,
Is it,
Yes.
and
it's
that's
really
why it's
fast.
cool. It's because it's very active. It's
It's
very
also like it's a
aggressive.
cover-based shooter that,
Yeah.
that has you have superpowers effectively, but it's also that the cover-based shooting, even when your powers are recharging, is also very good.
Yeah, and it never feels like a stop and pop shooter.
Yeah,
Like,
and he does auto cover. Like you don't have to press a button to cover. He just like as soon as
He
you're near
knows.
cover,
which
he
I love
covers.
because I think if
really
it,
like that.
I think if it was a press A Gears of War cover game, then you would spend a lot more time in cover because it would
Yeah, you're
feel
right.
like you're supposed to be
because you
there.
have to. Yeah.
Whereas here, he just kind of slides in and out of it naturally, so you can walk by a stack of whatever concrete and he'll crouch behind it. But that gives you the opportunity to sort of like freeze a guy behind you, dash toward a guy in front of you, bump him with your shoulder, put a couple bullets into him, put a couple bullets in the guy behind you who's still frozen, shoot a time blast out at somebody else, use a shield to protect
You
yourself.
feel incredibly cool, but
Yeah.
at no point does it feel too easy. Like I don't think you feel overpowered. You just feel damn cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I Prototype is I keep referring to that because I really liked that game. But that's a game where
You were the one.
you felt cool, but you also felt like just you were too strong. It was dumb.
Yeah, you're pretty much just wrecking trash mobs.
Also
that
had
way.
Yeah.
a terrible story. But I didn't like Alan Wake, so I just
What?
I
You're a
know.
monster.
I know.
Wow.
I just
wait.
assumed that I wouldn't like Quantum Break.
Alana doesn't like scary things.
What didn't you like about Alan Wake?
Incorrect.
I'm very curious. I've never heard anybody say I didn't like Alan Wake.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
no, I'm
pretty
super
aggressive
curious.
about Alan Wake. I firstly hate Alan, and the fact that he's like, oh, I should probably go walk up that ladder. Like, just stop telling me what to do. Like, let me
Okay.
find the ladder.
I totally
You are
get that.
being condescending. And then it would be like, my stupid wife went missing. Like, then I'm not going to help you find her. Like, if you don't care, then why would I help you find her? And then there's like the two-step combat, which is like, aim your stupid, crappy torch and then shoot. And all of that was just like, okay, after this part, it was just infuriating. Like, there were parts of that game that I liked, but for the most part, I just found Alan so insufferable, but that I hated every minute I had to spend with him.
That's fair.
That was most of the game was spent.
The combat
with
was bad
Alana.
also. Like, what was good about it, really?
Flashlights,
Flashlights were cool.
Was that really good?
I think flashlights.
It was
are very
annoying.
Cool.
axes,
Yeah, the
light
axe
bulbs.
The axe was neat.
The
like Alan Wake
the
a
one
lot.
part that I liked
Yeah.
the most was the asylum.
Yeah, that's like one of the best anythings. Like that's the one where that game felt like a Hitman game to me, where it's like I'm gonna
Yeah,
not
but I
kill
was
anything
also
for a
questioning
while.
it, you know? I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked that part of that game, but for the most part, I just didn't think there was really anything good about it.
So,
So I didn't think I would like Quantum Break because I didn't like
Okay.
Alan Wake, so I had really low expectations, but of what I have seen of Quantum Break, I really like it. I really want to play it. But at the same time, our videos have gone up on the IGN YouTube, and a lot of the comments are people saying, like, this looks crap. And
really?
right?
Wow.
And like, I don't know why.
I don't either.
I'm not
Maybe 'cause
sure
it's
what
a
people
shooter.
aren't liking. Well, I
Or
actually
because
wondered
it's
if
an Xbox One exclusive.
that's
There you
exactly what
go.
I was thinking, because a lot of the comments are like, Uncharted looks better. And like,
Oh, okay.
a
That's
completely
not- that's not a
different game
conversation
looks
now.
better.
Yeah.
Like, how can you even compare those two
Yeah,
things?
Uncharted looks
What?
awesome too. You can
Yeah.
like more than one thing at a time.
Totally
No.
different things. But like, I think that it.
You just like Marvel movies.
I think that it might be. Yeah, because it's an Xbox One exclusive, but at the same time, if anyone's listening to this and they don't like the way Quantum Break looks, I would be genuinely curious to hear why, because,
Me too.
I think
didn't
it's super
see
pretty.
anything
Everything
really
I've seen from
bad.
the game is super pretty.
yeah,
I don't know how it plays, but it looks super pretty.
So
plays fun.
in Act 2, which Alana and I played, there is and throughout the game, there's all these collectibles that you can find, like narrative objects. One of them we found, I found this with my girlfriend, and we couldn't stop laughing at how amazing this thing was. It's an email from one employee of the Monarch company, the bad guys company, to a superior who he obviously has a crush on, and it's called My Screenplay. And he wants her to read his screenplay that he wrote. And when you read the screenplay, it becomes very clear this screenplay is very clearly based on his life, and he's the hero. His name's Bruce, and so is the main character. And she's very obviously the love interest. And the head of Monarch, the villain of the game, is very clearly the bad guy of the
Yeah.
script. So it's a really funny parallel. And Alana and I had a really good idea, mostly Alana had a really good idea, where I transcribed this, and we're going to do a live reading of this. We're gonna do a little performance for you guys.
That's really good.
Right?
It's so big.
It is pretty big.
How many characters are there?
Jesus Christ. There's a
I know.
few. Sorry, I ripped off your page one. These
Okay.
are double-sided. Everyone has a script with highlighted lines.
Aw.
This is your script one, and then you're going to transition to that one when
Okay.
you change characters.
Okay. So
Hey,
wait,
don't
does
read
it
ahead.
start-
Okay.
So, Marty has not read this. Alana has not read this. I showed Alana. She had an idea instantly that we need to do a dramatic reading.
Okay, so this is the script that is a collectible inside of Quantum Break that a
Yes.
character in Quantum Break
Wrote.
who's to try to win over a girl. And as someone who's written many scripts, don't use a script to try to win over a
Don't do
girl.
that.
I did that in
Didn't work.
freshman
Failed.
year of college.
Great. How'd that go?
Not a very good script.
So I'm gonna be I'm gonna narrate this. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna read the stage directions. I'm gonna read everything else. I'll have a couple small character parts.
Why am I Bruce and not Lady Scientist?
Marty is because we need a lady to play the lady scientist.
Duh.
Also, it's for narrative reasons. Marty.
Back in Romeo and Juliet times.
yes.
Great. So Marty's gonna play the part of Bruce. Alana is gonna play the part of lady scientist, and maybe some mystery characters to come up. All right.
So
So
dumb already.
this is my screenplay. Act 1. Interior. Office. Night. Bruce Savage stands in his office. He's sexually attractive. Somebody knocks on Bruce's door and he opens it. It's a scientist lady. She looks like a librarian with glasses, but she is actually a scientist. You can tell because she has a lab coat.
Help me.
Okay.
Take this knife because some bad apples are trying to steal it, and it is very important.
Okay.
What is your name, handsome?
I'm Bruce. Let's shake hands.
Bruce and the lady scientist shake hands.
Wow, you almost broke my hand with that handshake. You're definitely a tough guy.
How is this real? This is in the game.
Yes.
Do not break character. It's very important that you stay in it, Marty. Get your face on.
Okay, this is you.
You broke my flow. She's impressed with Bruce's strength. She looks at his large biceps like
Yep.
they are delicious pieces of ham, but she doesn't want to eat them.
Here is the knife.
The lady scientist hands Bruce the knife. It looks mostly like a knife, but also like a time machine because it is both a knife and a time machine. But Bruce doesn't know that yet. Goons break through the windows
Oh, no!
and shoot the scientist
No!
lady. She
Avenge
dies.
me!
Okay.
Bruce kills the goons with his legs by doing lots of kicking at them.
But are they his legs or someone else's legs?
By doing lots of kicking at them, they are dead real quick.
Looks like I got the leg up on you guys.
Leg up is in all caps. The audience probably laughs here, so Bruce waits to deliver his next line for around 5 seconds so that everyone is calmed down.
What's so special about this knife?
Bruce stabs the knife into his chair. His chair disappears.
The chair disappeared.
He looks at a picture on the wall, which is a big photograph from 1932 with lots of people from 1932 in it. Bruce's chair is in the picture.
Interesting. My chair traveled back in time to 1932 when I stabbed it. When I stab things, they travel through time. That explains why this knife looks like a knife, but is also like a time machine, because it is both. This is incredible.
It's so good.
Bruce's real goofy friend from across the...
I read ahead, I'm sorry.
Stop reading it. Bruce's real goofy friend from across the hall runs into the room. He trips on something on the floor. His name is Slobbo. He isn't as fat as his name sounds. Aw, yeah. That is Slobbo's catchphrase, and he says it in a real funny way.
Bruce, you saved my life.
The scientist lady was only faking being dead.
Are you married?
Only to my job.
I find that attractive, but also respectable.
She kisses Bruce's cheek. What about my cheek? Aw, man. That is Slobbo's other catchphrase, not my typo, which he says in a different but equally funny way. Bruce waits a few seconds for the audience to stop laughing and start speaking.
Wait. Those lips were man lips, not women lips.
Bruce pulls off the scientist lady's wig. She is actually Bruce's boss, Paul Marine.
Plot twist of the century. I didn't see this coming at all.
Paul Marine is a douche.
Actually says
It's in the script.
My boss. But why? Oh, this is a soliloquy.
Oh, yeah. Alana, you're Paul Marine now.
Oh, am I?
It's time for
Paul
a script
Marinian.
change.
I wanted you to kill those guys because they wanted me dead. I knew you were real tough, so you could kill them easy, but I don't respect you as an employee, so I've always made you do the shitty jobs, even though you're working at my company more than most of the other guys and you're real smart. I also don't like you because my girlfriend finds you sexually attractive.
Now I understand.
Give me the time knife back.
Paul Marine snaps his fingers, and 73 goons surround Bruce.
You can't kill 73 goons, so just give up.
I don't have time for this.
Bruce stabs himself with the knife and disappears. He traveled through time using the time knife. Bruce opens the door. He is now twice as jacked.
You're even more sexually attractive. How is this possible?
I stabbed myself and traveled to the past and trained with all kinds of martial arts to become even stronger. I also strapped explosives into everyone's boots in the past so that when I press this detonator, you will all explode.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I have stocks in this company
Why?
because business is booming.
Bruce presses the detonator. All 73 goons blow up like eggs in a microwave. Paul Marine doesn't explode.
Luckily, I used my metal detector this morning and found the explosives, so I switched boots with somebody else. Say, Slobbo, whose boots are you wearing?
No! Slobbo explodes.
My best friend, you'll pay for this.
You don't want to stab me with that time knife,
Why not?
because I'm actually you from the future.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. Remember that?
Got him.
Remember that the time. Remember that the time knife is also a time machine. I'm you from the future, but I stabbed myself with the time knife in order to come back here and do all of this.
But we don't look the same.
This is a good point. I'm glad you brought it up. First, I time travel 700 years into the future to a time where humans have created advanced technology that allows surgeries that completely change people's faces and bodies.
That's just now.
I had this surgery performed so that you wouldn't be able to recognize
Literally the
me.
movie Face Off
And
is
I'm
about this.
actually you in disguise. I can prove it because I know many things about you.
Like what?
You have a birthmark on your left ankle.
I do have a birthmark on my left ankle. I'm starting to believe you now.
You should, because even though I have a new body, I kept the birthmark on my ankle so that when I met you, I could prove that I was actually you from the future. I will show you.
Paul lifts up the leg of his pants, but there is no birthmark. Instead, there is an ankle holster for a gun. Paul pulls out the gun and aims it at Bruce.
I was lying this whole time. I'm not actually you. I was just saying all of that so I could get my gun.
Son of a bitch.
Also, in the future, I melted the time knife and it turned into bullets. Those bullets are now in this gun, which means that I can shoot you. But also send you through time all at once. Finally, you will be out of my way so that I can marry my girlfriend Sophie later today before you are able to tell her that I'm a real shitty guy.
Sophine?
Sophine.
S-O-F-I-N-E?
So fine.
Oh. That's so bad. That's so bad. I didn't know you were getting married today.
I know. My my girlfriend Sophie made an invitation for you because she admires you and thinks you're attractive, but I destroyed the invitation
dang.
and then lied to her and said I gave it to you at work.
That's not cool.
But now I am here to give you a different invitation.
To what?
To your funeral.
Paul Marine shoots at Bruce. Slabo jumps in front of Bruce.
Didn't he die?
No! Slabo wasn't actually dead.
Oh.
He jumps in front of the bullets and is shot several times. Now he's actually dying. Avenge me!
Okay.
Bruce goes to attack Paul Marine, but now Paul Marine has disappeared.
He's gone.
Slabo is dying on the ground covered in blood. His body is red like a hot dog covered in ketchup. You must stop the wedding. You are totally a better guy and clearly more attractive than Paul. You should be dating his girlfriend, Sophine. Slabo dies. Bruce just sits there. You all right?
Let's get that again. Let's get that again.
Bruce just sits there next to Slabo for a while because many people will be crying at this point. He eventually gets up.
Looks like I'm going to a wedding after all.
He holds out the time knife.
Somebody's got to cut the cake.
Cut the cake means he's going to kill Paul. The audience will understand because of the way the actor says it. It's a real intense moment. Bruce puts on his shades. End of Act 1.
Incredible.
Proud to know all of you.
I am... This was a very good surprise. I did not expect any of this.
Incredible.
Also, are the other acts in the game?
Embargoed. Embargoed information.
I think my favorite line is, "You're even more sexually attractive. How is this
How is
possible?"
this possible?
Said by Paul Marine.
I love that every time it describes something in the notes, the character says it as well. It's
Oh,
so good.
Really good. Really good.
It is, yes, it's absolutely amazing.
This is
So-
a thing you can completely gloss over and miss.
Yeah, 100%.
So this is like an email inside of...
It is an in-universe email sent by an employee about the villain of the game. And maybe there's more to find.
It's beautiful.
Maybe there's an Act 2.
I hope there is. And I hope there's an Act 3. And I hope they actually make this film. And I hope we get cast.
Well, after that riveting performance, I don't know how Sam Lake and Co. can not just give us the jobs.
That's true. Sam Lake and Coke?
And Coke. Sam Lake and Coca-Cola.
Sam Leg?
Sam
Whose leg is it?
Whose leg is this?
Nobody knows
Keepers.
yet. Who owns the leg?
We need to finish Finders Keepers and
yeah.
tell us.
Thank you all for indulging me on this ridiculously dumb endeavor.
That was really
It was
good.
We did
beautiful.
a dumb script in a great game. We should wind down.
Well,
That's all of our
how do we
topics.
wind down, Mitch? This is your last episode of Unlocked.
Yeah,
Time.
how many? Do
is.
you remember what your first episode was?
I have no idea. I think Goldfarb told me he was on like...
Well, Anthony was on your first one. That was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it was like him and Anthony on like 59 or something.
So almost 200.
Yeah, it's like almost
4 years
4
ago?
years, yeah.
That's
Makes sense.
insane.
That's a lot
It's
of podcasts.
crazy. I've done a lot of these dumb things.
Yeah.
Do you have like a
been great.
favorite?
Oh, God.
Or like favorite moments aside from this, obviously.
No, this is the
beautiful
top. This
No, this is
yeah,
it.
that's why you
the
leave.
We spoke about a dismembered leg.
Man, I still think like the Dookie battle with Destin in 2015.
That was
is
real
a
good.
real good
What is
highlight. Do you not know about this?
No,
So the Dookie is the.
it sounds like a name for a poop.
It does, and it's a great album. And it is the DUKIE, as in the Duke, the original Xbox controller. It is the trophy for the trivia contest that we do on Podcast Unlocked.
Oh.
And if you win the Dookie, you are the champion of the year. Destin won 2015 because I was ahead. But Destin was angry that I got ahead by calling in from Canada while on vacation.
Yeah.
And I got a point, and he was like, that's not okay.
That's incredible.
So when I got back, and everyone else, including Ryan, was like, no, it's totally okay.
It's totally okay.
But I told Destin, like, you know what, fine. I'll be your charity, and I will give you that point back. And we had a tiebreaker round.
Ooh,
And it was very dramatic. Mm-hmm. And Destin won.
I'm so sorry. What was the question?
I think I got stumped on one of the. It was like, He was. I remember the answer was Baldur's Gate, but I don't remember the question.
Well, there were 2 questions, and you
Yeah.
got the first one right, and so in theory you beat him twice. But then
But
you
we
were like,
kept
all right,
going.
we could do one more question.
And, like I gave him a second charity.
Wow. Well,
Very-
you
he's
won for
very
being the
charitable.
most charitable.
Yeah. Your prize is that you forced back to Canada.
That's true. That's why I'm leaving is because I lost, and the paperwork has finally been completed now that I failed to accomplish Dookie victory.
It turns out the Dookie is the only thing that allows you to stay in America if you are a foreigner. So
And that's
you
why
better
Destin is
try to
staying
win
and I
that.
am not.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
why
so I
Destin-
have to try and win that?
yeah.
Yeah. So Destin's already got like 0 points this year because he's really terrible at trivia and defending himself when he's not here.
Steve Gaynor has 0 points.
That's true.
I also
Nathan
have
Vela
0
has
points.
You
1.
also have 0 points. Nathan Vela has 1.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Is Nathan Vela going to be sent back to Canada?
That's why he's not here.
He's on his way right now.
No, it's. I feel like we already did a goodbye thing and beyond, but it's going to be very sad not to have you in the office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be sad not to do this every week.
Yeah.
Like doing the show is like a ton of fun. Like I just get to sit in a room and dick around with my friends and read stupid scripts and talk about video games for an hour plus
It's a
every
very
week.
good script. How dare you?
Sorry, you're right. Bruce is a real artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're still gonna go do video game things.
I'm gonna do video game things. I can't talk about what
No.
yet, but
Yeah. Things.
I'll be doing video game things. You just won't see what I'm doing for a
When
while.
do you get to say?
Can we at least say that it's really freaking cool?
It was a cool thing.
And
I
we're all
get,
very
I
proud
get
of
to
you.
do a cool thing that I am excited about, and everyone around me is excited about.
Yeah.
Even though it's like terrifying and I have to leave and it's all very sad, but it's gonna be cool. I don't know when I'll be able to say.
I feel like
I mean,
you're
you can
understating it.
announce
This is,
when
what you're doing
you
is
when I
amazing.
start, yeah.
You can announce. Yeah. But
What
specifics.
I'm doing,
Yeah.
I think.
So I guess follow Mitch on Twitter for updates.
I'm at MHD on
At
Twitter.
MHD.
You can follow me there for all of my current and future endeavors. I don't think I have anything really big in the works. Some
Well,
stuff
watch
out
our
of-
Quantum Break Let's Play.
Yeah, watch our
if
Quantum
you're
Break Let's
interested in
Play.
that.
Check out some of the
Let us
build
know what you
coverage
think
we
because
did.
I really
Yeah.
do want to
Yeah.
hear why people don't like
Totally.
Yeah, we're live streaming Mitch's exit interview on Friday. We're gonna Periscope it.
Should be really interesting. Follow Marty on Twitter at McBiggity, 2 G's, 2
Yeah.
T's. You worked on a couple features this week, I think?
Yeah, a couple
You're
features.
dying
All
busy.
yes, so busy. All the Final Fantasy stuff that is probably up by now. We're gonna have a full breakdown of everything that went on at the Uncovered event. If this demo is real, Goldfarb and I are gonna play through it.
Nice. That'll be good.
All sorts of stuff.
Alonzo, you are at Charlanazard. I'll let
You
you
type
figure out how to
in
spell that.
at CHARA.
You're the most
come up.
famous
Chara?
Chara.
I am.
Suck it, Chris
Chris
Charla.
Or maybe it's like
It's the same
that could be
thought.
completely wrong, but whatever. It's
Whatever.
Charlotte as it comes up. At the moment, we just launched a VR channel at IGN, which is youtube.com/IGNVR, which I'm really excited about. There's one thing that I'm hoping to do this week, which is sit in VR for as long as I possibly can, like hopefully literally from 9 to 5, not leave, and document how I feel about that afterwards. So
We're gonna
check
throw
out that channel.
so much
for
at you. We're
features
gonna
on
throw
that.
so many things at you.
Well, someone's
don't-
gonna have to feed me.
Don't mess with people in VR. It's the worst. Someone's going to have to feed me. Here,
Yeah.
take this burrito.
Yes.
Okay, burrito. Of all the foods to feed someone
Well,
while
I
they're
was
playing
thinking
VR,
pizza
a
'cause it's
burrito.
It's a
thin.
food
Yeah,
tube.
a
But
pizza.
pizza also makes me very sick. So.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Can't eat pizza.
No, you can eat
You're-
pizza. You just eat too much of it.
I can just only eat one pizza. Like
eat
one
one-
slice.
There are strange,
whole pizza.
strange character traits about you, and I'm sad that I'm leaving before I get to discover them all.
But also, we shouldn't be talking about that on this podcast. Like, tell me more about your digestive system.
YouTube.com/IGNVR is that channel.
Yes, very
don't forget
excited.
to watch this show on any of the apps you can download: iOS, Xbox, PS4. What else do we have?
Roku, Apple TV,
Some good apps.
the Jaguar.
Your 3DO.
Maybe we'll have an NX app.
That would be nice. That would be really good.
Yeah, the IGN Xbox app is actually pretty good. So
Yeah.
All
I would
right.
encourage people to check that out.
Well, thank you all for joining me for Podcast Unlocked, episode 239. Hopefully the camera's recording because GarageBand has stopped. What an appropriate way to end my final show with this whole thing just going out like it always does.
Beautiful.
The podcast Mac. Hopefully they'll fix it in my absence. Thank you so much for listening. I'll miss you all. I love you. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mitch.
I'll miss and love you the most.
Oh.
Bye,
He
friends.
He looked at me when he said that.
Dang.
See ya.
Not what I'm.
Classic Bruce.